family today. If I could have just a few housekeeping rules, including myself, put your phones on silent for us. And any other policemen, you can stand yourself over there. Thanks. You guys got your white shoes and all that, you good? Okay, without further ado, as long as phones are on silent, I want to welcome the media here on what is a very bittersweet day today, but we're here to offer some form of closure to which Chief Kolash would outline. You'll hear from Chief Kolash, as I told you in our pre-introductions, as well as, well, why don't we switch that, the mayor first, then the chief, and then we'll hear from a family member.
I'm Chief Kolash.
You want to go first? Okay, I was overruled. Chief Kolash.
Good afternoon. 1 year ago yesterday, Norman Thomas was gunned down in a senseless and vicious act of violence. He was a son, a brother, a husband, a father, and a grandfather who worked hard to give his family a good life. A man that provided love and support to his family and received the same in return. He followed in the footsteps of both his father and his grandfather to serve our country. He served 9 years in the United States Army, including a deployment overseas during Operation Desert Storm. Norman Thomas was fatally shot November 16, 2022, while working security at a jewelry store inside River Oaks Mall. Through the course of the subsequent investigation, detectives identified 38-year-old Max Walker of Chicago and 38-year-old Frank Atkins of Chicago as suspects. Just prior to the 1-year anniversary of Mr. Thomas's death, Walker and Atkins were both taken into custody by detectives. Walker and Atkins were both later charged with first-degree murder for their involvement in the fatal shooting of Mr. Thomas. They're both being held in Cook County Jail. I'd like to recognize the hard work and the tireless efforts of the detectives and tactical officers of the Calumet City Police Department. I am proud of the work that they have done. I would also like to recognize the South Suburban Major Crimes Task Force, who partnered with us and provided additional resources throughout this investigation. This task force is comprised of experienced investigators from local law enforcement agencies and is led by the Illinois State Police. I would also like to recognize the meticulous work done by the Illinois State Police Crime Scene Services. Additionally, I would like to thank the Illinois Department of Corrections for their contributions during this investigation. The investigation into this matter remains open and active, and I ask that anyone with information please contact the Calumet City Police Department at 708-868-2500.
Thank you, Chief. Today, standing with me is our Calumet City family. We have Alderman DeAndre Tillman, Alderman Ramon Williams, and Alderman Anthony Smith. Our Calumet City hearts go out to the Thomas family because we know that God has really sent his angels around this family. The senseless murder of Mr. Thomas not only left a hole in our hearts in Calumet City, but a hole in the heart of the family. Veteran, servant, who served this country, losing his life in this manner. We feel for the family, and we feel for the steps every day that they take to not only uphold his memory, but also the steps being here today and the courageous spirit that they've shown. I want to thank them for not only being believing in God, but also believing in justice being served by our Calumet City Police Department. I want to thank the detectives, the police officers, the state police, for not only bringing closure, but also for keeping the family updated and keeping them lifted. And as we move on, we want to make sure that we continue to uplift this family, but also as we go forward, we will make sure we stay in contact with the family to see what they need. We know that grief is strong sometimes, but we know God is better. And again, I want to thank the family for being courageous, being here today. and also thank our officers for the fine job they did to bring closure to this. John.
Mrs. Thomas, please step forward.
Yes.
First of all, let's give her a round of applause for her.
Our family would like to thank the police department and the task force for all the work that they're doing. And we know that there's a higher power, and we know all of this is going to work out in the end for the better. Thank you.
We just have time for a few questions. I've already given you guys the ground rules. Chief, if you could step up, please.
Chief, if you can give us some idea of what led you to these two gentlemen and what the circumstances were at the time.
Well, this has been an ongoing investigation for the last year now. Putting the pieces of the puzzle together between analyzing evidence, getting additional evidence, and conducting interviews is what led us to where we're at today.
Chief, the proffer offered by the state shows that Walker and Atkins were picked up by police the day after the shooting. Were they held for incident?
I don't know the specifics of if both were picked up, but one for sure that I know of was picked up shortly after.
Was that Walker?
I don't know that one. I believe it
You
was,
said at the time they were the person in custody, or
Person of
in
interest.
custody.
yeah. Was it,
We'll get back to you on that.
yeah.
Can you speak to what it means to have both of these men behind this off the street?
Excuse me?
Off the street, can you speak to what it means to have them?
It means a lot. It means a lot. But like as I said, the investigation is ongoing, and we're not done here. There's more work that needs to be done. There's more follow-up that we have to do. But to get these two off the street is something that the community will benefit from.
And this was so brutal and so vicious. I mean, people were reasonably scared and it was just awful. Can you speak to changes that have happened inside the mall since then?
Yes, so the mall, we've been in contact with the mall, and I can tell you this, the mall has been a lot better with their communication with us. Their security staff has been spoken to, has been trained additional, and they're quicker at reporting things to us, and they're out there and they're doing more patrol work.
As far as additional cameras inside the mall, I know that was an issue at the time because, or inside and outside the mall, has there been anything done by the mall owner to address that?
To my knowledge, at this point, they were working on that. I don't know if that's been done. I do not believe it's been done. But that's something that we as the city, we as the police department have pushed them to do, to provide that, those extra set of eyes within the building.
What do you want to say about the department's persistence in this case?
I think our guys did a very good job. I think they were very persistent in following up on every one of the leads that they received, analyzing the evidence, reviewing the evidence, which is what led us to the point where we're at today.
Got time for a few more, if there are any? Going once, going twice. Okay, I know some of you have requested to speak to some of them. First of all, if we could have the family members here introduce themselves, because I know you want roles and identifications. Erica, you want to spell out your first and last name and your relationship?
I'm the daughter of Norman Thomas. My name is Erica Thomas, E-R-Y-K-A-H.
I am the niece of Norman Thomas. My name is Courtney.
Can you spell your name, Courtney, for us?
Courtney.
Your last name?
Hubbard, Hubbard.
And this gentleman here, just step up. Let's get your first and last name. Okay, and your relationship, friends, family?
Future son-in-law.
Future son-in-law. Erica claimed that one, didn't she? If there is not anything else, as we had already agreed upon before you walked in, we'll have the family come outside because it's very cluttered in here. So however you guys want to line up, negotiate it all, that's fine. We'll have all the family out there though. You can pick and choose at that point. Is that okay? We'll give the family a chance to go upstairs in a room. We'll give you 10 minutes to get upstairs and outside. Is that fair? Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.